Welcome to 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave. He has gray hair, he has a gray beard, he wears glasses like the guy in the artwork. Oh, and the guy in the artwork is better looking. Now, here is Gray Hair Dave.
How are you? Gray Hair Dave here. We're recording live and in color today. Today I am recording 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave with video. Now, this video is going to be better. Sorry about last week. I really am. I goofed up. I left the background as Logic Pro, my DAW, my digital audio workstation. And how exciting is that? I mean, not at all. Watching these waveforms go up and down as I talk. You don't care about that, do you? I don't think you do. And I looked at that and went, well, that's no fun. So here I am. It's a day late, but I had things I had to get done yesterday, and I'm sorry. Life happens, and you got to do things, right? So I hope you're doing well. I really do. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Hope you had a great weekend. I had a nice weekend. I did a lot of things. I talked to one of my brothers yesterday and got to hear all the stories about back up north, which was fun. I'll probably give my other brother a call today. It's nice to talk to your brothers. I'm sure if I had sisters, I'd talk to them. But it's nice because you get to catch up on what's going on in the world. It makes you look to see what's going on in yours. Excuse me for playing with the goatee, or the mustache, not the goatee, with the beard, but it's habit anymore. So anyways, I wanted to give you a quick update on what's happening with the When I Die file. It's closer. I had with my one chat last night with my brother. He brought up a couple of things that I hadn't thought about, which were estate planning. So if you're someone who has something to leave for people, you need to be doing some estate planning. I don't really think I need to, but I might. I don't know. I need to really look into that and see what I need to be doing. Which gives me a reason to tell you all this. I got this is funny. I talked about the When I Die file a couple of weeks ago, and all of a sudden I get an email the other day from a gentleman who is representing a lawyer. And first thing I think of when I get a letter from somebody representing a lawyer is like, what did I do now? Well, that wasn't it. It was, they were wanting to know if I would be interested in having their client on our show, 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave. And until this minute now, I didn't think so. But it might not be a terrible idea. And I would really appreciate your comments on this. Now, he can only talk to and or about what's going on in America, I'm sure. But this guy I looked him up. He's pretty credible. I watched a couple of his YouTube videos with other podcast hosts, and the information seemed to be very good. Now, let's be honest. He's like everybody else. He's going to be out there wanting to promote his stuff. And, that's fine if that's what you're okay with. And I hope that it is. But if it's not something you're okay with, I understand that too. So, I don't want to take, and I don't want to abuse your time by doing this, but I also think it might be something of interest. Now, I know that this has gone to which is really weird, from podcasting to talking about everything to all of a sudden now I'm talking about just death stuff. And I don't want to be that guy. I really don't want to be that guy. So I'm not going to be that guy. And we're going to change subjects here in just a second or two. I wanted to see what your thoughts were, and this is very, very important to me. If you guys don't want to hear from him, I'll tell him no. I'll tell his bookie or his agent or whatever this guy is. I think it's his agent. Thank you, but no thank you. Kind of like I did with the last gentleman who wanted to be on my show. And here's the thing, folks, and I'm going to say this as succinctly as I can. Don't ever approach a podcaster about having yourself or a client of yours on their show or my show if you haven't listened to it. You don't know if you're right for me or not, or your client is right for me or not if you haven't listened to my show or whoever's show you're thinking about pitching your client to. I can't stress that enough. It's very, very important that you do that. Otherwise, you lose credibility with the podcaster. Now, we're not these gods out there because we have podcasts and, so-and-so turned me down or this or that. That's not what this is about. This is about you need to understand what the podcast is. And you can't listen to just one and go by the title, the show title, or a quick browse of the show notes. That doesn't tell you what the entire show is about. Now, does it? No. So please, if you're going to pitch me somebody, make sure you've listened to my podcast. That's just common courtesy and good business sense. So let's get off of that now. Told you I started my diet a couple weeks ago, and I took my second injection this past Saturday because they got me on Wegovy. No, I'm the same person that's on the commercials, except I don't have to lose that much weight. I've already lost 5 or 6 pounds since I've been on Wegovy. So Wegovy is a shot that you give yourself, and you have to keep it refrigerated. Refrigerated, yes. Honest, folks, I am drinking Diet Coke today. I'm not drinking beer yet of doing this, so that was an honest mistake. Anyway, it changes your attitude supposedly towards food. Now, we cooked a big dinner here last night, had Swiss steak, and my eyes were way bigger than my stomach, but normally that's what I would have put on my plate, and yesterday I could eat about a half of that. It's working. I stopped today also after a trip to the hospital for a test. I'll tell you about that in a second. I stopped at Cracker Barrel because I wanted to see if they had done anything to the Cracker Barrel that's closest to me. They had painted the outside. It looked nice and fresh, which was nice. When I walked inside, past all the rocking chairs and everything, the inside was a lot of like it used to be with all the things for sale. The interior looked repainted in the, oh goodness, the dining room. I couldn't think of dining room. New tables, new chairs. Looked nice. Fresh coat of paint. But it still had all the old style things on the walls. I enjoyed that. It still had that game with the golf pin, the golf tees on the triangle. I found that to be nice too, but they looked nice and new. It was okay. It was fine. And I don't see anything wrong with it at all. I really don't. So the only thing I did notice is that this one serves beer, wine, and a few mixed drinks, which I don't remember happening before. And I texted a friend of mine because we used to go once in a while, years ago, probably 8-10 years ago now, or 15 even maybe. And yeah, she didn't remember there being, beer, wine, or any kind of alcohol either, and I didn't. So that's That's what happened there. Then I came back and I started getting ready for this. But I did go to the hospital today because I had to have a CAT scan. My doctor wanted, because of this Wegovy, they worry about your chest, and then they also worry about your thyroid. Because if there's any history in your family of thyroid disease, so you can't use this medication. And I don't have any. But so today was a chest CT, a CAT scan. 2 weeks from now is a thyroid ultrasound. Anyway. Today's I didn't have to do prep for, I just went in, and I'll be honest, folks, I was in and out of that machine in 10 seconds, it seemed like. She had me lay down. I didn't have to change my clothes, nothing. Just take my cross and put it up over my shoulder so it couldn't be seen. The table raised up and pushed me in to the machine. And as soon as I got there, it said in a British accent, breathe in, hold, and 5 seconds later, maybe 7, I was coming. She goes, feel, please breathe, and I was coming out of the machine. And I thought, well, maybe something went wrong. They need to reposition me. And the technician goes, you're all set. And I went, you're kidding me. That's all. It took it that fast, folks. It really, really did. The technology today, compared to just 7 years ago, is amazing. Because I remember the CAT scan I went for when I had my prostate cancer, and it was a lot longer than like 7 or 8 seconds, So it's good for us. The new technologies that are coming through are good for us, I think. And I hope they're good for you if you're needing them, and I hope you're not needing them. So with that being said, we're running a little long. I wanted to say a couple of quick things. This is being recorded for video. It's going to go out on YouTube, probably not until tomorrow, because I have to edit that, and I want to get the intro in there and everything else. But I wanted you to know that this was video, and it's going to be available on YouTube under 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave, just like everything else. It's 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave when it comes to the video stuff. Now, the podcast is already in YouTube as an audio with a static picture of the cover art. Okay? That's already there. There's already 169 of them. This is episode 170, folks. Can you believe that? 170 episodes. I'm ecstatic about that. We won't hit 200 by the end of the year, but we got some time. But so go to YouTube and watch it, see if you like it, and give me feedback, give me comments. I am new to doing this face to face on YouTube. Okay, I've done videos before where I've been in them, but I've always been directed by somebody to do this or do that. Or there's one of me out there that I just went on my own, because if you watch it, you'll understand. But I want your comments. I want your yays and your nays, and I'm going to take them with the intent that they're given, and hopefully that's a great intent to help me get better at this. So I want to do this. So there's that. So also, folks, don't forget that. Also, folks, don't forget, I need your comments about what you think about anything I've said today. I'd really like to hear from you. Go to 5minuteswithgrayhairdave.com. That's the number 5minuteswithgrayhairdave.com. On the contact me page is a form you can fill out and send me. It takes your email address. And as I've said before, I don't sell email addresses. I'm very greedy. I keep them for myself. I'm selfish that way. Also, if you're thinking about starting a podcast, you don't know what to do, you don't know where to start, there's a podcast guy out there for you. His name is Gray Hair Dave. Go to I'm on boomerpodcasters.com. It's another one of my podcasts. It's got 7 out there right now, and the videos are going to start coming soon because I got to a point where it didn't make sense without the video. How can I tell you to download this? This is the button you push to do that. This is the button you push to do this. If I'm not showing it to you on a video. And anyways, if you're a Gen Z, a baby boomer, Gen Y, Gen X, millennial, anybody, you're interested in starting a podcast, go to boomerpodcasters.com. If you want to ask questions, click on the little microphone in the bottom right-hand corner or go to the contact me page. Just say, hey, Dave, or Gray Hair Dave, I got a question. Or, yeah, I'd be interested in your help. Also, folks, don't forget Gray Hair Productions. That's me, Gray Hair Dave, has Gray Hair Productions. I do audio editing and video editing for podcasts. For YouTube, Spotify, whatever, I'll do them for you, and they'll come back looking clean and professional looking, especially the audio. I'm getting better and better and better at the video, but, we all got to start somewhere, right? But if that's something you're interested in, if you'd like some of your time back so you're not editing, give me a shot. Give me a yell over at Gray Hair Productions. Go to the contact me page, see if there's something, let me know what you're interested in doing. Or if you need help or you want some time back. I'm there for you. I'll do it for you. Also, on 5 Minutes of Gray Hair Dave, if you're interested in merchandise, we've got t-shirts, we've got tumblers, we've got ball hats, I even got the mirror, not the mirrors, but the window covers to keep the sun out. If you're like me in Florida, or if you're in Arizona or something like that, you can order all that over at 5minutesofgrayhairdave.com on the merchandise page. Just click right on over there. You'll be happy to have you. I'd happy to have you see a look at it. Give me your thoughts. And if there's not something there you want, let me know and I can add it. It's real easy. They print it up, do whatever they got to do, whether that's embroidery or that's whatever, and they ship it right out to you. If you want one, that's fine. I'd be happy to have you buy one. So there's that, folks. So I'm getting a little long on the tooth here. Two more things. If you know somebody who doesn't know what a podcast is, do me a favor. Let them know what it is, where to find it on their phones or their tablets or their computers. Help them with the genres. And if you need an example, use me, 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave. Here's how you find 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave. Here's how you subscribe to 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave, etc., etc. I would really appreciate it, and so would all the other podcasters out there. Next, if you see somebody you don't know today, out and about, wave, smile. You'll make their day. I promise you it will. And that in turn will make yours. So, on behalf of Gray Hair Dave here over at Gray Hair Productions, I wish you a happy day, a happy week, and a happy weekend. And I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.